chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This is Mostert. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
Oh my gosh, you freaking suck. That was the worst pass ever.
That time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Throwing his wins. And it's caught. And he's brought down. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep. 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
She's played, yes, man.
On 2nd down now. Key, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now Mostert. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw is Garoppolo. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Good coverage downfield led to him taking on, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, it's Howard, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This pass complete, wins to Ertz. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now Wentz. He's got to hook up to Lazard. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Wentz, and he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo, final shot here before half. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we reach halftime here. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Here's Mostert. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Forced out to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the go to the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
No, challenge.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
They challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They go with Howard again. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he's gonna miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and a couple, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Mostert, and an alley to run. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now again to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point safely through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Key. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. Key, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Took their shot at going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I truly believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they want to be really aggressive and fake it.
So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Able to power through. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying.
Oh my gosh.
That gets doubled, doesn't it?
He was not
Because
playing.
now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
First down.
Out in here so far.
That better not be
9
in.
yards to pick up there, and
Let's
it's a
go.
first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Gonna give this time to the tailback.
That's a first down, too.
10
baby.
yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Of course, it's inches.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
7 yards there and a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And he gets
Let's go,
this
baby, no fumble.
inside the 35-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
We're doing the ISO this time.
Runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back.
Did I not go anywhere?
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
I'm trying. I want to trust myself, and I do. Touchdown, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That game, get off my field. Bye-bye. We taking this back to San Francisco to celebrate with fans, baby. Bye-bye. That's me, baby. I always be getting touchdowns in games, bro. Oh, yeah, run fast with that quick feet, baby. Let's go. Oh, we're so goated. Come on. We still doing decent, too.
A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well.
Those rushing yards, though.
So for the 49ers, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4 and 6. And